The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Social media has become part of our everyday lives, and that can have both positive and negative effects. Pamela Cotton, VP of Member Services at Austin Telco Federal Credit Union, is here to talk to us about how we can avoid scams and scammers on social media. Pam, first of all, what is a social media scam? Tell me about some common types and what should users be aware of?
Absolutely. So those scams are deceptive schemes where somebody is trying to get information from you via social media. And it's really common in that use because social media is so popular. You have so many different avenues there. And people are just phishing for information. So the phishing part means they're trying to get some of your personal information. So first of all, they're pretending to be somebody else, and then they're coming to you trying to get your personal information. So you have to be careful with that. And they'll have a fake profile. So they could pretend to be your financial institution. They could pretend to be your credit card company, anything. So you want to be careful looking out for those fake profiles and don't fall prey to those.
Are there any specific groups of people that are especially vulnerable to online scams?
Very specific groups. The elderly, unfortunately, they'll prey on the elderly because they're typically alone and maybe they're giving them information and giving them high pressure to do that. And then teens and young adults, they're pretty naive. They're not used to that type of thing. So they're going to fall prey to it as well. If you're new to social media, people who are looking for jobs, they can prey on your need for a job and you're thinking this is a great opportunity, let me take that opportunity when it actually is a scam.
What are some warning signs that folks should be watching out for, and how can we protect ourselves? That's the biggest question here.
Right. So like I said, if it's too good to be true, rates are not that high. You can't pay $100 and get $500,000. It's just not realistic. So when it's too good to be true, believe it, okay? It's too good to be true and don't trust it. The poor spelling or grammar, maybe they put a different spelling in there to make you think it was that real website, or the grammar is horrible. That's a red flag for sure, so pay attention to that. If it's urgent, like they're rushing and say you have to do this by a certain time, otherwise it's not going to work. That's the ones you have to watch out for. And then how do you avoid it? Stay informed, like things like this. Listen, read, and learn things about that. And just be vigilant. So if you find something that's very suspicious or you see that it's not real, tell somebody about it so that they don't get the next person. That's really important.
That is. We want to shut these down where we can.
Absolutely.
Pam, thank you for your expertise. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Rosie.
To learn more about all the services Austin Telco Federal Credit Union has to offer, visit atfcu.org. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Austin Telco Federal Credit Union.